Hello, this is Frank of Simply Bananas. Welcome back. In the early spring, sometimes an older banana plant can spit out something called a naked bloom. And in this video, we'll show you two examples of that and what you need to know about it. So stick around.
You see Banana Man hopping over on the wild sand. Here he come with some for me, freshly taken from banana tree.
Naked blooms only happen in spring, followed by a mild winter. Normally, the cold weather will kill the leaves but not penetrate into the core of the pseudostem, and whatever inside there is still alive. And a lot of times the next function of the banana plant is to put out a bloom. So if the next function of the banana plant is to put out a flower, it'll go ahead and do that. Despite the fact that there are no leaves, and it'll go ahead and go through the flowering process on this stump or stalk without any leaves, and it looks kind of strange, and that's why it's called a naked bloom. Let's take a look at some samples. All right, this is a great example of a naked bloom. We've got an 8-foot stalk and a banana bloom coming right out of it, and you can actually see some bananas up underneath there, but it's not ever going to make it because there just aren't any leaves that will provide any food for the plant. It would have to live off of its root base, and that never really happens too often. This is an ice cream banana plant. Doesn't look like it was going to be a very big bunch of bananas anyway, just based on the size of that stem that's actually coming out of the top of the plant there. It's kind of small. But anyway, this is quite a good example of the naked bloom. Nice little dove up there checking us out. And I've got another example over here of a Rajapuri, which is another banana plant. It's more of a dwarf banana. And there it is. It's a little harder to see. You go switch the side here. There, this is the Rajapuri. And you can see again, even though it's got one leaf, it's just not enough to be able to provide enough food for 40, 50 bananas that would come in that rack. So that's just one of the common problems. The other problem we have this year for the first time, we actually have, it was a rack of bananas that started out in the winter, and it continued to grow, but now the frost has killed all the leaves. And there's our beautiful banana flower, which is fine. You can still use the flower for eating or decoration or whatever, but you're not going to be able to use these bananas because they are just not going to ever ripen up. So there's no cure for a naked bloom. You might as well just enjoy the flowering process. You can actually still eat these little flowers, cook them in a dish or put them in a salad, and you can use these decorative bracts for anything you'd like. But just remember that the pseudostem or the stem of the banana plant is eventually going to die, so you will need to cut that down, and that will free up more energy for the smaller plants, the pups, so to speak. So I hope you learned a little bit about the phenomenon known as naked blooms. We're working on new videos. We've got some good ones coming up about the new growing season. So if you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and do so. And remember to hit that little bell button down in the bottom. That will notify you immediately when the videos are out. So thanks again. We'll see you soon.